In the following pod, I had just one of the funniest people I think that's on Instagram, Reggie Torah Shorts. His name is Mendel Richter, but nobody knows that. What a beautiful man this is, but he is hilarious. He's made me laugh so much. He brings out so much goodness in Judaism. He has just a happy heart, happy soul. I enjoyed talking to him tremendously, and I think you will as well. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, all those good things. Write good comments and spread the love.
Hello and welcome to the Brainstorm podcast. And now, your host, Sonny Perlman.
We're live.
We're live. Hello, everybody.
That's how I let my son know. Okay, Reggie Torah Shorts.
Torah Short.
That's how it should be known.
Reggie. People say Reggie Torah Short because I'm short.
Is that the reason it's called Torah
No,
Shorts?
you see, everyone says, "Oh, that's the reason." It's not. I wanted to make short Parsha videos originally, and I was actually in Singapore. I was posting it on the community chats, and I made a logo, and the logo was like with the YouTube Shorts logo in a Torah. And so I just called it Torah Shorts because I mainly called it Torah Shorts because I wanted my motto, like every company has to have like a motto under it, like I don't know, some restaurant or like a hotel.
Yeah.
Where staying is fun or something like that. That
Right.
little thing after
The subtitle.
So I just saw something funny or something like kosher cooking, where the cooking is kosher. It's like, come on, man, what are you doing? You know? It doesn't make sense.
I was lazy.
Yeah, like too lazy. At least come up with something. No, so I wanted to do never stop scrolling because it's a scroll and scroll.
Ah.
So that was, I have to put it out more. I love it. I always go back to look at my logo. Never stop
Where's the
scrolling.
logo?
No one sees the logo anymore. I used to have it in the videos, like at the end, but I feel like people are too impatient to see it even. They'll just like...
I will tell you, you always get me by surprise when you start talking Torah after something absolutely hilarious. I'm like, what? Wait. You know, I feel like I'm getting attacked.
Like I'm betraying everyone.
Right. I'm like,
what?
I was here for the funny.
Exactly. We came here to enjoy. What do you say so Torah? Well, actually, I just want to let everyone know it's usually 20 to 30 seconds. So why not, you know? Learn
Okay,
something.
so let me tell you why I'm excited. Okay,
Yes.
There are a lot of people doing funny things on
Right.
the internet. In my life, I have never seen anybody that I literally can't find a video. I'm like not dying.
Nope.
I
No
am
way.
dying straight. Video after video. I literally, when I discovered you, I handed like the phone to like one of my kids. I'm like, just go through that and tell me there's anything that's not funny. I dare you.
Thank you.
And they
Wow.
would go through. Literally dying. And it reminds me, I don't know if this is I.B. Singer.
Okay.
You know I.B. Singer? What's his real name? Anyway, great author. And he was talking about how people like try to write their books like American books, but he wrote like Hasidic stories. And he said that the more nuance, the more you show the community like what they're like, the nitty gritty, that's what people love. They want to know that. I'm trying to think of some references to your videos, like the little.
Not trying to be something else or like.
No, yeah. When you show who you really are, that's what people want to see. So it's like when you're. I think you just put out. I don't know if it's a new video, an old video. Is like your mother says something like you got to do something, and you're like you do that, and then you got to do the beat. It is.
Yeah, it's really cool to see that everyone else relates to it because like.
I think I was thinking like, are you risking it? Like
I'm risking it, right? It could be that like my family's just some weird family and everyone's gonna be like, whoa, that family's weird, but so far so good. We've been normal. I mean,
do you know how many times I watched it and thought, oh, I'm normal? Like I'm watching your video.
it's
like,
a little reassuring.
It was also
no?
them.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly. We all live the same lives.
Do you have Sephardi people in your life? Just throwing that out there. I
I
love your Ashkenaz Sephardi content.
So I am fully Ashkenazi. I mean,
You're definitely
dingy.
Ashkenazi.
freckles. Yeah, my mother's Italian, but she was born there, but my grandparents are from Brooklyn and Montreal. They moved there to open a Chabad house in Milan. And my father's from Chicago. But I did spend 2 years in Singapore on shlichus as a bochur. And as a bochur, I'm still a bochur now. But the point is that is completely Sephardi over there. So I did get to learn a lot of stuff. And like the davening is Sephardi, everything's Sephardi. So
Really?
I'm not going to say, I'm Sephardi.
Why is Singapore Sephardi? And
it's actually very interesting. Singapore was like a lot of people came from, I think, Baghdad. Oh, shoot, I'm supposed to know this. I used to give tours of the museum.
Okay.
A lot of people came from Iraq. Yeah, Iraqi Jews escaping. Like they were being horrible to the Jews there, and they went to Malaysia. Now Malaysia, some went to India, some went to Malaysia. A lot of the Jews moved to Malaysia, then Malaysia, but now it's Singapore. It became Singapore, the tip of Malaysia. And there's a massive, considering Singapore is as big as New York City, the entire Singapore. There's no like cities in Singapore. It's just Singapore, the country.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Singapore. It's tiny. But there's a big Jewish community. I mean, a couple thousand Jews. And as far as Jews, now there are Ashkenazi Jews there as well. Obviously, people come a lot for business, a lot. But the shul, 2 shuls, they're both Sephardi shuls.
Oh, okay, so that's like...
Yeah.
Because one of your best bits is the challah bit.
Challah. Yeah.
The challah bit.
Well, I was shocked when I got to Singapore. Everyone was throwing the challah because you grow up and you're like in an Ashkenazi, whatever house, it's like throwing challah is, God forbid. It's bread. You can't throw it around. My grandmother would kill me.
Right.
What are you throwing bread? Back in our day, we didn't. And then you go there and they're just chucking bread all over. I was like, I got to do a bit on this.
It's amazing. No,
I mean, also Modi, they speak about it. So like,
Modi did a thing on that?
Yeah, I think a while ago. I don't know if he did about the throwing the bread, but
Have you gotten out? You are like hiding in like, and then this is like your coming out party, like or you've met all these guys and like
which guys?
You're like a big influencer on the internet.
I don't know. I mean,
in the Jewish community.
I'll be honest with you. Well, it is going very fast, Baruch Hashem. So like the difference so I started posting videos on Instagram a year and a half ago, but I was making these videos on the Parsha. It was videos on the Parsha, and if you go back to the older videos, I mean, I don't think a lot of them are good, but they're very long and very less, what's it called? I got better and better. Like I feel like I got better, first of all, in editing and stuff like that. But I was never posting short clips, funny clips, anything. It was always Parsha videos. Now they were humorous, right, comedy, but then I kept on having all these ideas, and I was like, why not? There should be an account, niche, relatable. You always see these accounts on Instagram going around about relatable stuff, and there's so much relatable and beautiful content to be done in Judaism. So I'm like, why not? So I started posting them more ideas. It kept on having more ideas. So I was posting once a week, twice a week, and Hanukkah I decided I'm gonna post every single day. I was at like 2,000-3,000 followers. I said I'm gonna be posting every single day, and I started posting from Hanukkah, and it took off. Like Baruch Hashem. Like now we actually just
wait a minute. You're still posting every single day?
Yeah, every single day.
I have never seen so many videos. I like every day.
Single day.
I see more videos.
People say consistency is key. I think it is. I mean, I literally just hit in the car on the way here 40,000, and that's from Hanukkah. So
wow.
2,000 to 40K. I think it's great. I mean,
Mazel tov.
I think it's great that like
I actually saw it 39.9 because my wife asked how many followers, and it was right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, it was like, yeah, it was really crazy. So I don't like, now I walk in the street a lot of places and I get recognized. So I'm not really used to it. And like also a lot of people come and like I feel like I'm like, I'm not famous, but I still don't think I am. I mean, a lot of people recognize me. First of all, please come over. If you see me in the street, don't be shy. I'm probably the one who's gonna be shy. So also like people come take videos, and
So
I'm I don't really know what to say.
How do you? Okay, I'm gonna get back there in a second.
Sure.
But how are you? I'm flabbergasted because I was like, there is a lot of videos.
Flabbergasted about what? Once
The
a day?
fact that you're doing once a day because
Sometimes even twice a day.
they're so funny.
Thank you.
But I don't understand. You just think about a relatable idea, like
So, so I call it research, but scrolling.
Okay.
So I don't.
Some people say doom scrolling.
It's
Other
research.
people call research.
So I'll sometimes see a funny video, which I could change to that's less relatable video. Relatable videos is it's just going through the day, just seeing something and being like, oh my gosh, this would be perfect. This would be perfect. But I'll give you another example of a video. Let's say, did you see my video?
I know which one you're thinking about because it's
one?
got to be the Pesach cleaning, not touching the floor.
Yes. Okay.
Is that the one you were thinking about?
No, I wasn't thinking about that, but
Okay.
that's also a great example. So let's say something like that you could see on different content creators would be like, oh, if they posted something relatable about your mother cleaning the floor, but you just apply it to Shabbos or Pesach, that instantly becomes a Jewish niche relatable. And I'm not saying, very specific videos might have been taken from what's it called. Most of them are, Baruch Hashem, I think of. But not even just that. There's also like trends that go around. And if I could take a trend and turn it into something Jewish, that's really what I love doing.
Right.
Besides for the relatable stuff. Like
I just
a
saw
trend
the
about
gorillas.
Yes, okay. So that's something that I wanted to do. But did you ever see the one with Jewish fashion brands?
No.
Okay, so
maybe I have.
there's like a fashion brand going. There was a trend going around that like no matter what you do, it could be on the front of a magazine cover. So like it'll be someone like walking and then trips and then it turns into like Zara or Vogue, and it's just with better lighting and what's it called? They're just going like that, and it's fine. It's like anything could be a magazine cover, like fashion. So I wanted to do with like Jewish fashion brands. So it was like. We did like Juchi.
I did see it.
You saw it? So that's something that
you came up with very funny names. They would just like
Juchi.
add a letter.
There was
Juchi.
There was a New Balance, like New Balance, or like Avodah Zara.
That was my favorite one.
Avodah Zara. Fendi Mendy.
Okay.
I like doing that a lot also, like playing on words, like Doc Jewmentry. I did National Geographic. I was very into that, like
You did the one where the Chabad guy and his elements.
National Geographic.
Who does the British accent?
It's AI. But it took a while because AI it has the voice, but sometimes they say stuff wrong. Yeah, and you have to I literally had to sit there and like space everything by different spaces to make it sound like, you could write, what I wanted to write. It was just like Brooklyn, a small village in the vast city of New York or something. So when I gave it to AI, it was with his voice, David Attenborough, but it was just like Brooklyn, blah, 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 blah. So you have to space it where it's like Brooklyn, a small village in the vast city of New York, and you have to space it and sometimes even write like words differently for them. I don't know. It took a while. Till they get it right. Yeah, till they get it right. Like, especially when it's Jewish words like tefillin or stuff like that. But that was a lot of fun.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. So I'm in the world of like people in pain and stuff like that. And there's just so much negative talk about the Jewish community. So I'm not getting that at all. Like you're poking fun, but it's all positive. I mean, you're not even really poking fun. Right. You're just pointing out our culture.
I'm very, very careful. I mean, I see people, some comedians, and this is basically where my mother comes in. I speak a lot over with my mother, my father, my friends. If there's anything that my mother always tells me, go with your first instinct. If you thought that it was bad, then it's probably bad. Because then you start convincing yourself it's a good video, it's really funny. Like, but it happens to be making fun of a Jewish character or of a tradition, but like making fun. And some people do think I'm making some people, you know, when I posted the Sephardi Ashkenazi challah video,
Right.
so I don't go through my comments, but there's a lot of comments. But every now and then I'll see, like, I'll go through the comments. I see one person like got offended, like, oh, this is so not true. This is racist towards Sephardim. Like, first of all, like, if anything, it should be racist towards Ashkenazim, but it's not true.
Much more fun.
Yeah, but it's completely like not true. It's just I'm pointing out in a funny way. All traditions are beautiful. I mean, the Ashkenazi traditions are beautiful, the Sephardic traditions are beautiful. So I tried going to answer them, but these people, like, I don't like answering them. But back to what I was saying, it's like I always say this: comedy, in order for it to be good, it either has to be relatable or dirty, and that's what I think.
Okay.
I mean, that's a personal thing that I think. Now, the line is very close, and you have to be, like, for me, I have to be very careful. So I'm always rethinking stuff, and if I think something's wrong, I'm not gonna take the risk, because I do want to keep my channel clean as possible. You know, whether it's music and in the background, all these little tiny stuff that I try to, what's it called? I remember I once posted a video. It was doing great, like, about how you always want the chicken nuggets by the wedding, and you don't want the, like, fancy chicken. You're just looking at the kids' table. You want to eat the good chicken nuggets and the French fries, right? And I posted a trendy song. I usually don't. I posted a trendy song in the background, and it was back when I was at like 7,000 followers, and it was great video. It was getting like 80,000 views. It was already at 80,000 views, and it was the next day. And actually, my sister called me, and she was like, you know, like, you were always like holding by your what's it called. I just think that maybe this is not the right thing, because of the music. And I was like, you're right. And I really didn't want to take it down. It was like doing so well. And we took it down. And actually I posted that. This was, I think, on Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah. And I think that Motzei Shabbos, I posted a video that went to like 800,000 views. And I feel like it was because of that.
Really?
That's why I feel like
you got a little reward.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, I try my best, and, you know, obviously, you know, some people get offended by certain stuff. And I obviously make mistakes, but I try to keep it completely clean, and that's where I think relatable comes in. How, like, just be relatable.
If it's not dirty, it's got to be relatable.
Yeah.
So you got to go very relatable.
Very relatable.
There's some of the things
because think about it, when you're watching something, what's gonna get your attention? What's gonna get your attention when it's like, oh my gosh, that literally just happened to me, or that's literally me, or that's literally me in my childhood. Like, it brings you good memories, and like that's what gets you. And you're like, this is good.
It's amazing. I'm actually fascinated by what you're saying, because one of the things that a lot of comedians talk about is that when you try to pull back too much, like you're holding back because you're being careful, it like affects the comedy.
All right. So,
but I don't think it's. I mean, maybe you're really funny.
No, thank you. But hold back. But they'll always, every comedian. Yeah. Okay. So I guess there's not holding back in whatever you don't want to hold back. Meaning, like, if it's about Judaism, about Jews, then I don't mind posting on my account a troll on terrorists, on people who say free Palestine or anything to me in my comments. That I don't care. I'll go all the way. I won't hold back.
Right.
Although,
what do you mean to say something to
like
them?
I posted something like making fun of the fact that every single person, no matter what, will post like any content creator has free Palestine on their people commenting free Palestine. So I made a joke about it. Like, I don't care to post Am Yisrael Chai, obviously all these things. In that I don't hold back. Right. But so you're saying something interesting. Like, comedians do say, like, oh, you have, the second you care about what you're saying, then you can't be funny anymore. Right. But
I had that on the podcast. Like, I have some guests, and they're like really scared of like their reputation, and it always makes the podcast a little stale, because they're always like terrified of the next word that's coming out of their mouth. And I'm like, Relax. We'll cut out whatever you want to cut out.
I trust myself.
Right.
Listen,
No, I'm saying I see that. I know with comedians, like you need to be free. So it's fascinating to be like a comedian with a cause a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing a little.
That's definitely it. I mean, first of all, I do post because I like attention and I have fun and everything. But originally, not just originally, I mean, everything I do, everything you do, I'm not saying everything I do, I'm saying in general, the outview of us, Jewish people, Chabad or whatever, is we're doing, especially something like this where you have influence on people doing for a certain reason. Now, I personally want to be a shliach 100%. I want to move on shlichus wherever it is, it will be,
Right.
I feel like everyone always says that until they, okay, you're going.
Do you get assigned somewhere?
Yeah, well, now it's
Maybe
very
you have some
right now
chance.
it's very different
because
Baruch Hashem, there are shluchim all over.
Everywhere.
So you don't have places to send them just to get assigned. So it's basically connections, mafia, under the table.
You'll have a lot of good content about that when that happens.
Yeah, no. So I definitely want to be a shliach. I don't see this as becoming my main thing. It's definitely always going to be a side hustle. But while I'm doing this, I'd love to bring people closer, 100%. And if that's why I post the Torah stuff. I sort of or like I like to think to myself, I post during the week to try to like grab people in, and then once I have them, I could just post Torah, just like stab them with a little Torah every now and then.
And get them with the Torah.
Get them with the Torah,
Sometimes it's jarring, I will tell you. You like have this great, hilarious, you feel laughing, you're like, and that's why in this week's Parsha. In this week's Parsha, you're like, what? Parsha?
Yep.
Okay.
So,
I'm not saying I don't love the Parsha.
Don't worry. So when you say like with a cause, that's definitely right. It is right. I mean,
it's okay. So is this like in Crown Heights? You become like, is it weird to like be recognized by everybody?
Is it weird?
You're definitely recognized by everybody in Crown Heights.
Yeah, I know.
40,000, 36,000 are in good. No,
no, I am definitely recognizing Crown Heights now, like walking down Kingston Avenue. Is it cool? Yeah. Is it weird? Is it weird? I feel weird like for them because like sometimes people come over to me and I'm just like, yo, thank you so much, and they think like, wow, this guy's so different on video. He's just, like in real person, he sucks. No, I try. Like it's funny because sometimes someone will be like looking at you, and I'm like looking at them. I'm like, do I know them? Like, do I know you? Like, not in a bad way. Like, actually, I want to know, do I know you? Or like, and then they'll like just come over and be like, oh yeah, that's all. Like, oh okay, yeah, thanks. I mean, it's cool. It is cool, especially people come over to you and say like, thank you. We're always laughing because of you. That feels really good. I mean, I hope it doesn't get to my head, but it really does feel good. So like everyone who does come over, it's very cool, and I'm just saying sorry if I'm just like so shy, or just be like, my friends always make fun of me because all these videos go around of like people seeing me and stuff like that, and like they're always like, yo, you gotta be media trained. You don't know what to do. Like you're just standing there, just like, hey, thank you. That's it. That's basically it.
It's pretty shocking. You're young. Like all of a sudden this is, I don't know how old you are, but
22.
You seem young.
22.
22.
Yeah.
What about the hate? Is there a lot of hate?
So, Baruch Hashem, I mean, I haven't gotten hate from the Jewish community at all.
Not the Jewish community.
But from...
I wasn't thinking the Jewish community.
Oh, you're saying from like...
I'm just saying every time I post something, I got like...
Yeah,
I get like pounded with hate.
So at the beginning, I was like coming with a vengeance. I was like answering every single person. And what I realized is it's... First of all, it's not worth it. It's super not... I get so many hate comments now. And I'll get DMs also. Like, I block them right away. I don't even answer because the second you answer... They're like, okay, we got him. Like, even if you answer something good, they'll just be like, wow, he answered it. He answered me. And like, I don't have the patience anymore. I do, when I see a comment here and there, I get upset. I do get upset, and I hold myself back from answering. But there's such an overwhelming love
Right.
from the people that I actually care about. So I don't really care about the people that I don't care about at all. Like, it is what it is. Like, I posted a video about like Am Yisrael Chai, and it was a funny video. And then I said, comment your support, or comment how proud you are. There were so many. You could go to the comments on that video. There's probably like 10,000 comments, I think, almost. And there are thousands of Palestinian comments, but the amount of Israel comments,
It's much more.
it's like, but you could go through them. You really like, it gives you a warm feeling. It's just like, I'm this, I'm proud, I'm so proud, never been prouder, blah, blah, blah. And then like that, like just cancels out everything. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
It's so interesting because since October 7th, even like completely secular Jews are looking for exactly your content. I want to know about my Judaism. Like, I want to know the nuances, what it means to be a Jew. Like, I think a lot of people realized they were a Jew for the first time after that. I think. I don't know if you've experienced
No,
that.
for sure. It definitely brought out. I mean, I was in Singapore then, and we're right near Thailand. And, you have Israelis or Jews talking about tourists that go to India or all these places, and, trying to search for something. And I was actually like, I was in Singapore, but I was over the months after October 7th, I was like in the Philippines. I was in Nepal, in the Philippines and Taiwan, and a few places in Asia. And it was so beautiful to see how like you had tons of young Israelis, Jewish people just coming to synagogue, not knowing a thing. I'm talking people that like really didn't know anything. Like, they decided they're going to go, and some of these people end up becoming, I don't know, monks. Like, they're searching for something, but like after October 7th, where do they go? Where do they turn to? The synagogue, closest Chabad, or closest, what's it called? And they're just walking in. They're just like, Rabbi, I just want to be here. I just want to give me something to do. Okay, it's fill in, or give me a siddur, give me something.
Wow.
So like, I really saw that. You're saying about the content. I mean, if I give Jewish people a safe place on Instagram, then I'd be the happiest man alive. Like, that is so special. If it like I hope that's true.
I'm telling you, for me, it's like I'm very cynical about a lot of stuff because a lot, when I feel like someone's trying to push an idea on me, I don't care how funny it is. It's real hard for me to laugh. Like, that was kind of my point I was saying before a little bit. Like, if you have an agenda in your comedy, and you're not like allowing it to flow, then it gets a little stale.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if I feel like I'm trying to be like, someone's trying to recruit me and like, let me do a nice song, so like you become more something. So I get like my guards go up.
Like an ad.
What?
Like an ad also.
Yeah, like an ad, like believe in Jesus. No, okay, different religion.
Yeah.
I see those ads everywhere. I don't believe. No, so I don't feel it in your content. You're saying that like you think this will just like, you're gonna go on shlichus and this will just go away? Like,
No, I won't go away.
Yeah, no, I'm curious. What is the
I have a day job. I work. I don't do this full time.
How do you work if you're doing a video a day?
How long do you think a video takes me?
I'm really curious. These are quality videos.
Okay, that video, how long do you think that took me to make?
2 hours.
7 minutes, 8 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
And you just add like...
Well, if I have the idea. Okay, some videos take a little longer, editing or stuff, but I have in my notes probably 100 ideas at least now that are not done. Now, a lot of times any sort of little idea, I'll just write in my notes. And like, you wouldn't understand if you read my notes. It's just like...
It's just the words.
It's just like words and like random words, but like I'll understand it. And normally I don't even look at my notes unless there's a day where I'm just like, okay, I don't have anything. And then I'll look back at my notes. But usually I'm just doing, I don't know, I'm just posting something. And if I get back from work, takes me about, I don't know, even sometimes I'll post one at 12 and one at 6, like today. So today, during my break at work, I just 10 minutes posted a video.
You made a video at work and during your
I
break?
actually went. Yeah, it was a video about like siddur parties at school be like, and it's just like you get like, you know, your teachers like hyping it up the party for like.
Right.
For like, what's it called? I actually saw this by someone else who was making fun of this. This is not completely my idea, but like parties at school be like, and then like they just give you 2 tiny stuff like so I was like, okay, this is a perfect idea. So I ran to you know, store, bought like popcorn and Fanta and a cup and a plate, and I went back and I just filmed it. It took about 5 minutes, edited it, and posted it. And there you go.
And you're filming it on your phone?
Yeah, everything's on my phone.
Everything's on your phone.
Everything's on my phone.
You're outrageous, man. I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? People are working.
It's cool though. It's so cool that you could post something that took so little and on your phone, everything on your phone. Just like you're posting it from your house, and you know, I have a video that just hit 5 million views. Like 5 million people are seeing that. That's crazy.
What does that do to you? 5 million
It's like
views
crazy.
Is a lot.
Yeah.
The largest video I have is like, it just blew up, went to like almost 800,000, and I was like,
that's amazing.
Ridiculous.
Well, 800,000.
I can't even imagine. What
Think about standing and talking in front of 800,000 people. That's insane.
That's like Gandhi.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, who does that?
Nobody does that.
It's a really wacky world.
It is.
Yeah, and then you just get more followers. This whole thing, I was trying to like figure out what is the perfect amount of fame. That's what I was trying to figure out. Because
before you like
what happens when you don't want to walk out of the house anymore because it's just too much. Like right now, I have it when I walk down the street. Lahavdil, you're more famous. Lahavdil. Not on your level, but like people recognize you, say something to you, and I'm like, I love it. Because people are coming over. I wouldn't have spoken to this person before.
Right.
But then I think at some point you're like,
it gets too much.
Stop. Like you see like real famous people, it probably just destroys them.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I don't. Well, it's a good question. Like I walk down the street now. If I walk down the street, I'll get recognized. I don't know. I could say probably 5-6 times in an hour, but.
It doesn't make you like, I don't want to walk down the street anymore? Or
sometimes
like,
if I'm in a bad mood.
Okay.
Nah, I think it's fine. Listen.
You have to behave.
Yeah, you got to behave. It's cool. If it's all good and people are enjoying it. And also, like, I'm not the type of guy who's going to be like, oh, I'm bitter. Or like,
right.
I'm just a regular guy having fun, you know? Like, if you enjoy the fun, awesome. Like, that's great for me. Like, so yeah, come over. Like, I mean, why not? I mean, but you're right. It could, I mean, you never know. It could go to, also like I'm saying, as a Jewish, very niche creator, it's never going to be that you're walking around in a non-Jewish neighborhood unless you really get big. But you really have to get big, like actually big, for when people are going to start swarming you there. But when you're in a Jewish community, let's say Crown Heights, you walk around, people know you, but like people also know you because they know your mother and they know your father and they know, right. and they went to school with your brother and they went to school with your sister, or like this and this and that. So like, I don't know. I feel like it's more like Heimish. It's like Heimish fame. It's pretty cool.
I think it's true. I actually think it's funny because the way you're saying this, I realized when I did the podcast, like I want to get in touch with someone and I really want to talk to. I realized that on my phone, somebody knows that person.
Exactly.
It's never more than one person.
Exactly.
In the film world, I could. So that's what you're saying. Like it's like we're already a tiny community.
Right. No, it is still like I was just in London and I got recognized. Like I was not in the Jewish area. I had to go visit a kid or something, but not visit. It was his bar mitzvah.
It sounded like he was dying.
No.
There's
Jacob, kid. Great kid.
Okay.
The best.
I love how I talk to Chabad people and they're like, I was in London. I was in Singapore. What are you doing in London? What is happening?
What's his bar mitzvah?
Okay.
We got. It's actually from Singapore. The kid. I taught him, and Yeah, unfortunately, his father passed away close to the bar mitzvah.
Oh,
So
my God.
yeah, like a couple weeks before. So I went to bar mitzvah to be with him.
And they used to live in Singapore.
No, so they still live in
bit.
Singapore. They were just in London at the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But what was I saying?
So you're walking, you got recognized in London.
No, so then like Motzei Shabbos, I went to like the Jewish area, and there I got recognized. So there it was a lot cooler because it's like it's not Crown Heights, it's like
Right.
London. You get recognized in London.
Yeah.
So I got recognized on a date. That was like,
Oh, yeah? You probably, that's all right. That's great, though. No?
wingman.
You're like, thanks, bro.
I did not tell him to say
I
that.
did not.
Like
It's like,
$10 under the table.
yeah, I would tell you my favorite place to be recognized is deep in like hardcore, like not Lubavitch Casiers, regular like Williamsburg Casiers, like
That's the
deep
best.
in there. And
That is super
And they're
cool.
like, I had this lady pull me over. She goes, and I'm gonna do a Yiddish accent, but I'm gonna
Okay,
butcher it. She says, I love your podcast. And I'm like, oh, thank you. She's like, what's it about? I'm like, that's the most Jewish question ever. She's like,
I love your podcast.
she wants
What's
to-
it about?
What's it about? So I'm like, it's like, therapy, different ideas. It's like, oh, okay.
No, I'll go watch it.
I'm like, did you watch it or not watch it?
Exactly. Do you love it or not?
I love your podcast. What's it about?
I actually, I don't know, like I went to some like expo and like I had a bunch of like Hasidic like guys coming over to me, and I was like, wow, I think they were on Instagram.
Are you only putting it on Instagram? Do you have TikTok also? And
So I
stuff, or-
just got TikTok, so I just started posting on TikTok.
Okay.
I'm just so lazy. I post on Instagram and you like go each hashtag. Like,
Do you realize you say you're lazy, but you put out a video every single day?
I know, but I'm lazy to like post on YouTube and TikTok and Facebook and X and. So now actually, someone literally today just sent me an app where like you just post on one and it posts for you on everything. It's
Yeah,
really
they have
cool.
that.
Like that's actually cool. No, because
I
like
would think you would know about that.
no, I did not. I did not. Also, I feel like I really worked hard on the Instagram. Like I was always posting and always like I didn't really work hard. I guess everything's obviously everything's Hashem, but like now I feel like okay, TikTok. I have what on TikTok? I just opened it. I have like I don't know 300 followers. It's like for me, it's just like I don't want to focus too much attention in it because then I'll be like oh, it's like I'm starting from the beginning. Like I'll just like okay, I'll post there.
You get to post and not look.
Yeah. If it goes up, it goes up, right? For Instagram, it's great to look at now because I'm just like,
Now it's fun to look at.
yeah, now it's
It's
fun.
like
to
when
look at.
your Robin Hood's is doing well.
Exactly. Now it's fun to look at.
Nobody wants to look at Robin Hood when it's dropping 20%.
Just delete the app.
You're like, I'm tired. Yeah, so that's TikTok right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you make 2 videos, this is just a technical question. You don't think I should save one for tomorrow?
No.
You just like, this is a 2-video day.
It's a good video. I'm posting it right now.
Because I've
If I had an idea right now, what time is it?
I don't know. It's
8:52.
8:52.
If I had an idea, a really good idea, I'd do it on the spot.
Really?
Yeah.
Could I be in it?
Sure. I don't have an idea.
Let's have an idea.
I don't
Shoot.
have an idea.
I gave you an idea. Laughter is the best medicine.
Yeah, I don't have the props for
That
it.
one's dark.
It's pretty dark.
You need props. Oh my God. So you can literally just like have an idea and you jump on it immediately?
Yeah, if I really think it's good, and if I think it's like okay, whatever, then I'll put it on the back burner, my notes.
Oh, so it goes back in your notes. And then very few days you go back to your notes. That's why your notes are so long right now. Because you're just
Exactly.
ignoring them.
It's like back to like when I don't have an idea. Like I don't have an idea for tomorrow now. I'll see what's up. We'll worry about it when we get there.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
I want to tell you something, man. I'm really glad I'm talking to you because
Thank you.
I'll put out a video. If I put out a video, like, it's so hard for me to do any of these things at all. I thank God I have a tiny bit of a team that are helping me out.
So,
But like everything seems like a ton of work, and you're just like, I'm doing it in 7 minutes.
I enjoy it. I don't know.
You're loving it.
I love it.
Were you
I
the guy in
enjoy it.
yeshiva who did plays and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Shmayanki. You know what Shmayanki is?
No, what's that?
You know what Shmayanki is?
No.
Shmayanki's great. In camp. Sleepover camp. I guess it's a Chabad thing. Yeah, Chabad.
Yeah.
It's called Shmayanki. It's named after some guy, Shmaryo or something. Right before Shabbos ends, like Shal Shaddis time. So they make a big stage in the middle of the thing, and everyone screams, "We want Shmayanki, we want Shmayanki." And then like the counselors or whatever, a few of the counselors, we'll say the funniest counselors, will go and just like blast the entire week that happened in camp and make fun of everything that happened. And it's hilarious. It's awesome. It's just you're having fun. You know, you go for an hour, you and your boys, you go for an hour in the office as the counselors. And like half of the jokes only the counselors are gonna get, but the kids are just laughing because the counselors are uncontrollably laughing, right?
Right.
And you go up there on stage and you just have fun. It's Shmayanki. And it's like for like, I don't know, a half hour, you just make fun of the past week in camp. And that's Shmayanki. So my father did Shmayanki. I did Shmayanki.
My father's father. Nice.
Passed through the
It's
generations.
like Messiah.
No, my mother is also. My mother is all the plays. My sisters. Yeah.
Oh, you got a long line of Bat Chanim.
Bat Chanim.
The
My aunts and uncles are great. Like my mother, the ones in Italy, they're great. My mother's one of 17 kids.
What?
Yeah, no twins, no triplets. One mother, no, like one wife. But yeah, she's amazing. My grandmother, and all the kids are amazing.
Yeah.
So I mean, my grandfather's also amazing. My grandfather unfortunately passed away a couple years ago, 2 years ago. But he was definitely Shmayanki. I mean, here's videos of him like full beard in Milan, just like dancing, and you know, he had a voice like this. It was great. But all my aunts and uncles, they're all like, whatever. Their name is Ruddle. It's a big like name. And if you go around in Chabad, everyone knows the name. Like
Ruddle.
the Ruddles, and they'll be like, like people like telling me like, oh, what's your mother's name? Ruddle. Oh, that's why. Okay, you're a Ruddle. Oh, now it makes sense. But so I carry that with a lot of pride.
Oh, that's awesome.
But sometimes it's hard. Like we all make fun. Like my mother says, like, yeah, they used to come to us and just tell us, yeah, go up on stage and be funny. And like the same thing would happen to me in camp. It's just like, yeah, you'll just go, you'll just be funny. What does that mean? Be funny? Like what am I just saying? Just be funny.
But look what happened.
I mean, yeah. Well, this is with practice, you know. Like I could, I don't know how these like improv. Like improv is hard. Like how do you do improv? Like these comedians that do improv.
I think they have to practice.
Like, do they practice or is it improv?
No, they go to like these improv groups and they're all serious about it.
Really?
You should probably go to one.
I'm not going to improv group.
No?
No, I'm not doing improv ever.
Have you ever done like stand up?
No, I'm scared to stand up.
The only thing you've done in these videos? I'm saying like out in public?
Yeah. People have asked if I'm going to do stand up. I don't think I'm going to do stand up. No. You have to be really good to like be good at stand up. Like,
Yeah, no, it's a skill, but you're already having these nuances.
I feel like so stand up I'll do if I practice it before, obviously. I mean, it's basically the same thing as doing your video, just doing it in front of people instead of
right. It's
doing it
probably
on video. Yeah, sure. Sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about. You've slumped down, so
I slumped.
it's fine.
But yeah, I really respect these improv. Like these guys are good. I mean, some of them are horrible, but some of them are great.
I also think I have a thing like when I made lectures and stuff. I always making people laugh, but I only think it was cheating because I'm making a serious lecture. So it's
And you have a
really
joke or
easy
two.
to make people laugh
Right.
because the room was so tense. Everybody's listening to a serious thing. So it's like easy. So I'm not at all convinced that I can make anybody laugh at any point.
Nah, that's not true. Don't say that.
It's fine.
I,
I like a good dad joke. But wow. Yeah, I'm still stuck on the video a day. So how does it work? I want to know how you make the video. How do you get the idea?
I don't know.
It
Big
just
man
floats
upstairs.
in?
God. I told you, sometimes I'll get an idea based on a reel I saw.
Right.
But sometimes, you know, a reel I saw will like make a train of thought, and eventually I'll just get to another video. I'm trying to think of an example. In a recent video I posted. What did I post yesterday?
I for sure know. By the way, I'll look. You posted yesterday?
I posted yesterday 3 videos
Phone
yesterday.
didn't die yet.
Oh, there you go. I posted about
You posted
FOMO,
a lot of videos.
fear of milchik opportunities.
Oh.
It's a documentary.
Right.
That was a great video. I love that. So
That's such a good one.
So I'll tell you how that came along. I was scrolling, researching, not scrolling. I was researching, and I came across this guy who makes fun of Netflix documentaries, like how the intros are just like, "Oh, should I sit here?" All right, and then they're like talking, and then like, "Are you ready?" Okay, basically making fun of the whole beginning, how like Netflix uses it as the beginning of their intros, and I thought it was hilarious. So I'm like, okay, I got to do that. But how funny would it be if I just take take a Jewish thing and make it as a documentary? So I did one on Sukkot where I survived 3 days of Yom Tiv.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I literally died when I listened to that one.
I loved it. I watched it so many times.
That was amazing.
I was watching it so many times. So while I was doing that, I had the idea, okay, I should do one of these also about fear of like becoming fleshik.
Right.
So yeah, and now I definitely would do more of those style, but I don't have an idea now, but idea will pop up. I mean,
Right.
God
You can
willing.
do more of those.
Exactly.
There's a lot more in there.
Right.
In that, I will tell you, now you just reminded me of another one you did, which is, do people remind you of them and you don't remember you did them, or you remember
I remember
all?
every video.
You remember everyone.
I remember every video.
So I think my favorite all time of all your videos, I think, 'cause
Okay.
it's dumb but like amazing.
Okay.
It was turning on your phone after 3-day Yom Tov, and it's like ding ding ding.
Really?
You're like, time is not a thing anymore. That's how you ended it, and I was like, it was like the world has blown up, like, you know.
Right.
It's
So
like ding 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 ding.
So actually, that video, you're funny you saying that, because my uncle texted me. Everyone always texts you with ideas. Like a lot of times, they're a lot of times they're good, but they're too niche. Meaning people will be like, I tell them this is very funny, but like it could be about something that no one else knows about. Like
this Chabad stuff.
Exactly. First of all, there's Chabad stuff. There's also like stuff like oh, you forgot Yalav Yaveh, and you have to say like Shemona Esrei again.
Right.
So that's funny, but like, how many people will be funny to already? And like, a lot of people watch my videos, like Israelis or stuff. It won't necessarily be funny to them. Now, I have done stuff that will also not be funny to everyone, but that's only usually stuff I find really, really funny.
Okay.
So I want to do them.
Because while you're saying this, I'm like, you have done things.
Exactly. I've definitely done things more in the past when I was smaller. Like now I won't really, but I do still for sure. And that's only if I really like it. But with that video, so my uncle texted me and he's like, you should do a video about your phone after a 3-day Yom Tiv, about no, what's it called? Actually, you would know this, like withdrawal.
Withdrawal, okay.
So withdrawal, but he was thinking of a different concept of the idea. He was thinking like the phone is in withdrawal or something, like the phone is going under some like surgery. So I don't know. But when he told me that, I was like, wait. And both ideas, one for the I survived the 3-day Yom Tiv, and that idea of the phone, like after what's it called? How like you're disconnected from the world. So those two ideas really came from his idea. Like I said
He
before,
had an idea. You didn't love his idea.
No,
but out of that came better ideas.
No, it was a great idea.
He's
but
gonna listen to this. So.
Exactly. Yossi, I love Yossi.
I love the
love it. But Yossi, my uncle, you probably heard his songs. He's a singer, Yossi Ruddle.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you probably heard the song. I'm a Jew, 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 Jew. Huh? Remember?
Yeah. I feel bad because the one thing I'm not up to date.
It's
is
good.
Jewish
No,
music.
it went. He's great. Like he's super talented with the music. Like he'll take like besides for his music that he composes, but he'll also take like old niggin and he'll just like turn it into nowadays, which is really really cool. No, so his idea was good, and he could.
Wait, you did a video on what I just did? No, what I just did.
What do you mean?
Like you did a video where you like someone was singing a song and you like sang along like you know it, but you don't know it.
Yeah.
I just thought about that. Sorry,
Yeah, exactly. That was with Mendel music. So yeah, no, his idea had so many parts in it, which I took like from that idea, and it could be he even had in mind something like mine. Like a lot of these stuff develop like I said, the train of thought, and then once you train of thought, you just like think about which part would be the most relatable or the most funny.
Right.
I don't know.
And then you just like so everything you're putting out, you're like, I would laugh at that. You're thinking, I would laugh at this.
Yeah.
And then it's funny.
Yeah.
Because you're saying you wouldn't try it because it's so niche, but some of yours, like even the one you put out today about the sitter party, I mean,
yeah,
there's no way some Israeli guys gonna get that.
So that I'm saying they might get it because every school has a party. So if they didn't get the sitter party aspect of it, they'll get the party aspect of it.
Right.
So that's fine. Like that I'll still do. or like I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I'm amazed because I would I sit there having a million ideas all day, and probably everybody else does. Yeah, I don't do anything with them. What do you do with them? Just write them down.
Write them down. Why not?
Okay.
Then you like go through them like later. I don't know, in a month, 2 months, go through them and be like, hey, it's a great idea. Let me do that.
And are you good at editing? Because you make some pretty quality videos. Some of them.
I don't think I'm good at it. I've been doing it for a year and a half. You get better. You learn new stuff. I love editing.
So what about hitting like a week where you're just depressed out of your mind? I don't know if you get depressed. I don't know if you're and you just don't want to do it. What do you do? It's never happened yet?
It has never happened yet.
I mean, I'm not trying to jinx you. No jinxing.
The Parsha part, yes, sometimes I'm like, and I have, because like the Parsha part, it's not, you can't just post relatable. I have to post something relatable, but that has to do with the Parsha.
Okay.
Like, so that's a little tough sometimes. And I have missed, I think, a couple of weeks the past year and a half. But I really try to keep that up. But yeah, I've never not been in the mood to post yet. Like, not yet. Again, this is from Hanukkah though. But
okay, Hanukkah's a while.
Yeah, it's a while.
We're like almost at shlichus here.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I have the sphere beard. You made a joke about the sphere beard.
I didn't make a joke about the sphere beard. I had a video last year, but I didn't post it this year. It was like, I don't know, it was like let it go, but like let it grow. Let it grow. Let it grow. Like Chabad people begging other guys, even after Lag Bomer, to keep growing.
Right. Because
they shave, because everyone shaves it. I mean, you shave Lag Bomer or?
Lag Bomer.
Lag Bomer. So like, it's like Chabad guys watching everyone else like, no, leave it.
Sometimes I need I mean, you don't have this experience, but like, sometimes I shave off. Like, I always have a small beard, but sometimes like when I'm so sick of it, I would just literally shave it.
Everything.
I have nothing. I'm just like, I can't look at this anymore.
Yeah.
And then I look really funny after like go over for a little while. That's it. But you don't have this experience at all.
I don't have that experience at all.
I find that wild. That you guys all growing out the beards. What about doing like you don't do that much stuff on Chabad niche. Is that because everybody else wouldn't get it?
Yeah,
You have some, but
I do have some, but some that people would get though. Like putting on tefillin and everyone. That's something everyone
everybody,
gets.
yeah,
Everyone
they've
knows
all seen
Chabad
that.
does that. But it is mainly because of that. I try to be as much as I can to the more people possible, like as much as relatable as I can to the more people I can.
Right.
Again, trying to.
Would
reach
you
the
ever
most
consider
people.
making this your career?
Not really.
Really?
I think it could help my career a lot. I mean, I want to be a shliach really badly.
Okay.
I will be a shliach.
Can a shliach have two careers?
Yeah.
That's not.
That's what I'm saying. So like it is a very it could be a cool thing. It's like, oh, that rabbi who's also on Instagram, and
Right.
so like I said, it doesn't take me that long. I could still do it.
They actually have a lot of Chabad influencer rabbis.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
Rabbi Raps.
Yeah.
There's that Jewish family.
Yeah.
Um,
You got YY and Simon.
YY Simon, Shays Tao,
Chase down.
Manis Friedman. But I'm saying those are more like
But they're not funny like you.
lecture rabbis. Oh, thank you.
No, none of them are even trying.
I'm not
to
a
be.
rabbi, really. I mean, I have smicha. So.
How does this affect your dating life?
That's a funny question. How does it affect? I mean, I don't. Anyone who wants to know something about me can know something about me. It's very simple. Like they could just open up Instagram and then they'll see everything that they want to see. Like
You think that's like a window to your soul, kind of?
no, I'm saying that like you know how like okay, a name comes up and you're just like okay now you have to go and like look up everything. It's
Right.
like, there's nothing really. I can't really hide now. Like.
But I don't feel like you get very personal. I mean,
no, I try to. I mean, I get personal.
You're not like sharing about your day. Today
Exactly.
I woke up and
No, exactly. So that's yeah. I mean, it doesn't really affect. I mean, yeah. I don't know.
well, how about this? So people like they really like you, so they want to set you up now because you're famous. Is that a thing?
Well, I mean, I hope. I'm only looking for one.
A little side idea.
No, Amir Tashem, the right one. You know,
The right one
I mean,
in the right time.
in the right time.
Oh wow. So okay, but you wait. Can I just ask you a question? Because I don't know anything about shlichus.
Okay.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough. I do have some Chabad family, but they're not on shlichus. You can't choose where you want to go. Let's go back to that. Let's say you want to like be in Montana, like you love Montana. You can't be like.
Well, first of all, there's a shliach already in Montana.
Right, there's a shliach
So,
in every state.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, if you really wanted to go to that place, you would have to either have connections to that place. I'm talking about now, or like call the rabbi and say, "Hey, listen, I'm looking for a place," and they'll interview you or blah 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 blah. But it's not really. It's not at all anymore. Oh, I'll just sign up for shlichus, and like they're like send you in the mail like okay, you are going to Honolulu.
They don't set you up anymore.
Not anymore. I mean, because there is no place. It's usually going to work for another shliach, or helping out another shliach, or a certain chapter. Like there's shluchim now who, thank God, have massive communities. So like someone will go and just to be in charge of the C team, like the teens, or the students, or there's a YJP, Young Jewish Professionals,
Right.
or like CYB, Chabad Young Professionals. So like people will go out to be just, and that, it's usually through connections. I mean, or
That you could get, but like so some of it is you're just gonna get assigned. You're like, but not assigned. I'm very confused now. So now you have to.
so you
do get to choose, but it's harder to go.
well,
because
if
the whole
you're
process.
if you're assigned, you don't have to go. Obviously, so sometimes they'll give you an offer. Like when I say they, it's very like it's not like that. It's not like it used to be. Obviously, someone in charge, America's whatever, America's, and then they're like, obviously with the Rebbe, and like, okay, this couple is gonna go to here, and like they go for the Rebbe's bracha, and the Rebbe tells them exactly what's it called. Now, obviously, it's very different. I mean, it's
Right.
not like that. And again, back to the fact that, thank God, almost every single place has a shliach.
I read that every single state has a shliach at this point because South Dakota was the last one. I read that.
Yeah, it makes
somewhere.
sense. I mean,
I had Barry Nash on the podcast, and he was in Montana. I thought that was so cool.
okay.
I would want to be stuck in Montana if I don't care if
Montana's
there's any
beautiful.
Jews. It's so gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'll go there. Maybe there'll be a Jew. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, there's mountains and
Well, yeah.
polar bears or whatever.
But you have to remember, it's like, it's cool to visit, but then remember,
You're bored out of your mind, probably.
like, you're living there. Like, people like think, oh, wow, yeah, Nepal, cool, Mount Everest. Yeah, it's cool when you're there for a couple weeks and you see everything. And then imagine living there, your kids growing up there, and online school and everything. They're really like, sacrificing a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool to travel, but to live is very different. Vietnam, Thailand. I was in Bali. There's a rabbi in Bali. Indonesia is not even legal they don't let Israelis in.
Really?
Like, on the passport, it says like Malaysia. There's no Chabad. There's no Jews in Malaysia. I was in Malaysia.
There's no Jews in Malaysia, but they
No
travel.
Jews in Malaysia. Yeah, Jews travel there. Yeah.
So there's no Chabad in Malaysia?
Malaysia is very hostile towards. It's a Muslim country. It's completely on the passport. It's on the passport. On the passport, it says open to every country except Israel. It says it on the passport. It's right near Singapore, border Singapore. It's like
At least they say Israel. They're acknowledging.
Yeah,
At least they're acknowledging Israel.
exactly.
Wow. Why do you want to be a shliach? I mean, I don't know if this is a question you ask in Chabad. You just assume it. Like, why?
That's a good question, and a big part of it is. So I grew up on shlichus. My parents opened up a Chabad house in Queens. So right away you think, Queens, why do you need a Chabad house there? So actually in New York,
They're everywhere.
there's tons
Middle
of
of
Chabad
Flatbush
houses.
is 12 Chabads.
Right. So you're really, I mean, New York, each
Like,
community.
we get down to it. You're trying to be Makar of the From Jews.
No, in Queens, I'm not even in a firm community.
No, I know. But I'm not wrong.
We're trying to convert them.
What is that line?
Mashiach.
That either there's the people that are Chabad and the people that will soon be Chabad.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
So
you grew up in Queens on shlichus.
yeah. So in Queens and Howard Beach, I don't know if you know where it is.
That was the farthest place you would go. I know this because
On Talucha.
on Talucha.
How do you know that?
I knew something.
How do you know that?
They had to wait till the people got back from Howard Beach.
That's what my father tells the bochur when I come every year.
every year.
Because that's Howard Beach.
I knew that. You know how I knew that?
That's amazing. How
Because
did
I'm
you
very
know that?
close with Simon Jacobson.
No
I actually learned with him in
way.
770, like over 30 years ago.
No
This
way. I
is-
can't believe you know that. That's Howard Beach.
I
Yeah.
think he told that to me. I remember like Talucha was, something didn't happen. Explain it.
So basically, Talucha on Simchas Torah. So the Rebbe would wait for every single bochur to come back to start Hakafis.
Right.
Yes, Hakafis in 770. So Howard Beach then, now it's they go to way farther. They go to Bronx, 6-hour walks. But then it was the longest walk, it's about a 2-hour walk. And yeah, so that was.
And they would wait for Howard Beach.
Wait for Howard Beach.
How many people
The
have
Rebbe
gotten
even
that
asked.
reference?
Nobody. The Rebbe even asked. The Rebbe would ask, "Did Howard Beach come back yet?"
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that was really how you guys are famous.
Yeah, that's my claim to fame. I can't believe you know that. That's so awesome.
I just got so excited that I knew that.
Howard Beach, yeah,
That's
it's
such
a
an
small
inside scoop.
Italian neighborhood.
Yeah, there are no. Only reason I know Howard Beach because I took the A train
Yeah, Howard
because
Beach.
I lived in Far Rockaway.
Howard Beach JFK stop.
Right, so you need the Howard Beach to get to JFK.
Yep,
So that's how I know Howard
it's a
Beach.
beautiful neighborhood. Italian, Jewish, very Italian and Jewish neighborhood.
Oh, there are a lot of Jews there.
A lot of Jews. My father moved there when I was 1, so about 21 years ago. And we opened up a Chabad house. So first the Chabad house was in our house. So like the first floor was the Chabad house, and the second floor is where we lived. Now, thank God, Baruch Hashem, we have a building. Grew a lot, building a mikvah. But I grew up where every single meal, every single davening, every single was with other people, and even as a 6-7-year-old, you're explaining to someone how to shake lulav. You're explaining to the person what you need to say, what page you're opening up to, or You're even being chazen, obviously before bar mitzvah, different parts. But I even remember going and knocking on doors with my father. Obviously, this was a little older, just like, knocking on doors to be like, hey, are you Jewish by any chance? Or we see that they have a menorah by their window. So you knock on the door and like, oh, we have a Chabad house here. Come for Shabbat, come for the Hanukkah party, come for this. So the whole way I grew up was like, okay, this is life. And, it obviously got tough. And I'm sure it got tough for my parents also. I mean, we never had our own Seder. We never had our own, actually during Corona, during COVID, was the first time we had our own Seder, like just the family. And my mother got obsessed with it. My mother's very like that. So now
She loved it.
So now every year we do one Seder. It's public, and then the second Seder we get someone else to run it, and we do a Seder at home because it's important. But it is important, obviously. But what I'm basically saying is, yeah, that's how I grew up. When I went to yeshiva,
some people like get like a little traumatized by it, like it's a little too much, and they don't want to do it, or more people want to do it because that's what they know. I don't know.
It's not really traumatizing. I mean, it's. I mean,
I've heard both.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Like, I'm sure there are people who don't want to do it, and that's completely fine. I mean, you are, but I just feel like, it's something I grew up with. It's something even during yeshiva I used to go. Like I said, I was in Singapore for 2 years, but like I've done shlichus in many other places also. Like whether if it was just for Hanukkah, just for Purim, just for my mother's family, which is Chabad. My father's family is not Chabad, so my father's just Chabad. But your
father's family is not Chabad.
Yeah, that's a whole different story.
He just joined.
My father became Chabad, yeah,
but
as a kid.
He became Chabad as a kid.
Yeah, it's actually a funny story. You want to hear it?
For sure.
So my grandparents from Chicago. So my grandmother was very close friends with the Chabad rabbi there. Chabad rabbi's wife, Chabad Rebbetzin Hecht.
Okay.
And when my father was
related to the cult buster guy?
Yeah. I think it's her. I think it's her brother-in-law.
Okay.
I'm not sure. So my grandmother was very close with her, and so she convinced my grandmother to send my father to the Lubavitch preschool. My father was in the Lubavitch preschool, and they were having problems. The community didn't really want my grandfather to keep his son in the Lubavitch preschool. Whatever. We're not going to get into politics.
Okay.
But basically, they took him out and they put him into the regular school. My father hated him. So my father was 7 years old, and one day he walks out of the school, like a 7-year-old walks out of the school. So the principal runs after him, like, "Yo, where are you going?" And so he said, he's like, I'm getting a taxi, and I'm going to 770, Chicago. I'm going to 770 to tell the Rebbe on you and on my parents, because they took him out of this cheder. So my father was really wanted to go back to the cheder. So they decided it was important for him, so they put him back there, and he grew up, with all the Chabad values and everything, and and then for yeshiva, so he started off in Brisk, but then when he was of age, he went to LA, the Lubavitch Yeshiva in LA, or El Hanan, and then he went to Brunois, to France, which is a very, very famous Lubavitch Yeshiva. I was there also.
You were there?
Yeah, and then whatever he was.
It's in Paris, right?
It's not in Paris.
Where
it's
is
about 40 minutes from Paris.
Okay.
Brunois. Je parle français aussi.
Oh, wow.
I speak French.
I do not.
Well, they say
Sounded like French to me.
there's Americans and Frenchies in the yeshiva, and they say if you sit next to the French, you learn French, and if you sit next to the Americans, you learn Torah.
That's a good one.
So I sat next to the French.
And you learn French,
I learned French.
which is pretty cool.
But that's my father. So my father was one of 10.
So the rest of his siblings are
Yeah.
all...
Yeah, some are yeshivish, some are one is Satmar actually. But my father's Chabad, and my grandparents later became Chabad also as well. So like my grandfather started growing his beard.
Really?
Yeah.
He ended up coming in Chabad as well?
Yeah.
That's wild. My mother-in-law's family, one of her siblings became Breslov, one became Chabad. They all are separated to different. One became Mount Orthodox. Everybody went in every direction.
Really?
I think it's like if you have really open-minded and spiritual parents, you're gonna go in different directions. That's what I think, but I might be wrong.
I mean,
But that's wild. So your mother's like, she's got a long line, and your father's
yeah. My mother, my grandfather, my great grandfather came to Montreal. He was part of, with the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe, the Frierdiker Rebbe, like sent him officially. There was like 9 bochurim that the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe, Frierdiker Rebbe, sent on shlichus. So he was one of them. And then my grandfather was sent to Italy. This was like 50-something years ago. They actually went to the Rebbe with like 3 different options, and like, I don't know, one of them was Cancun, I think. But that was pretty cool. But they actually wrote Italy on the bottom in small, and they said, "Well, there's so many problems, the language and there's no schools there for the kids." So the Rebbe went straight to the bottom. Didn't even look at the other. They went straight to the bottom, circled Italy, and answered them. With the school, everything's gonna be fine. With the language, you're gonna get the language. And yeah, my mother knows the language.
She knows the language.
Oh, she knows the language. I get when we're not behaving, we get the
the full. Well, that's the perfect
full
mix:
Italian. Italian
and Jewish.
Cavolo marcio. I think that means like rotten cabbage or something.
Wow. So you like, I can feel it in all your content that there's not a bitterness at all. Like you're loving it, and I think that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap up. It's getting late.
Sure.
I don't know what time it is. But it's first of all, this is the question I always ask at the end.
Okay.
But truth is, for you, it's not so relevant. Understand? It's like the rooftop question. Like you get one chance to stand on top of a rooftop, like yell to the world something you just want the whole world to know. The reason it's not so relevant is you have 5 million views on some of the things. But I don't know if that's your rooftop thing or just something funny.
What do I want to tell people?
Yeah, what do you want to yell to the world?
Wow. I really don't know. Like I guess if you see me in the street, come say hi.
That's a nice one.
I really don't have
My favorite one, A.B. Rottenberg?
Yeah.
So I had A.B.
Love
Rottenberg
A.B.
on. He's the best answer I got was, hope there's a net because I'm terrified of heights. I was like, and he said so fast. I was like, it gave me such joy.
AB. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, I mean, listen, on Instagram, I appreciate everyone who's always, sending me DMs. This is what I want to tell people. I try to answer everything. People don't ever think, God forbid, I'm ignoring. I literally go through my DMs like once in a blue moon. I don't. So if I didn't answer you, and some people will see it, like I'll answer them like 2 weeks later, like, yo, thanks, or like, but I love every time people, I've gotten really nice messages from people, and I really appreciate it. And if I don't answer in time, I probably will answer. I try to go through everything, and yeah, I mean,
Wow, that's a good, okay.
yeah.
That's a good yell.
If you ever, yeah.
I mean, if you're on top of the rooftop yelling that, be like, "What are you talking about? This is not a lesson or anything."
Yeah, it's not. I'm not like some deep, really some deep guy. Like I don't bring Mashiach. Oh, there we go.
What the hell, bro? You missed
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
Sorry.
that was my
Bad language.
that was my chance. Bring Mashiach. Every single act of goodness and kindness brings Mashiach.
There you go.
That's what the Rebbe told the news reporter. News reporter came to the Rebbe and said, like, if you wanted to tell the world something, what do you want to tell the world? So the Rebbe said, every act of goodness, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to have everybody quoting me on this, but I think that was what.
Yeah. I saw the Rebbe
definitely
only
something the
once
Rebbe
in
would
my
say.
life.
You saw the Rebbe once.
I mean, it's better than you,
Yeah.
but I am older than you. I saw him once. It's a kind of funny story.
Okay.
You know, he was already like past his stroke, so it was some event, and we were in the.
So was it like
in the main show?
92, 93?
It's got to be like 92, 93
Yeah.
area. And I was standing in the front, and he was like, he was in a wheelchair on the balcony. Like he wasn't in the beginning, but then they brought him out.
Oh, okay.
So we was singing for something. Must have been Hanukkah or something. I think it was Hanukkah.
Was it inside?
It was inside.
It was a rally or a bunch of kids with you?
No. It wasn't
Okay.
kids. I wasn't there because of kids. I was there because I was visiting Sim, and we were learning.
Okay.
So
Could be it was Hanukkah.
So I went next door because they were singing. It must have been Hanukkah. It doesn't make sense that it was anything else. And then I was in the front, and they came out, and everybody's singing. And then at some point, he moved his hand.
It went crazy, probably.
Like, pandemonium.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know how to describe
I
it.
just got chills.
Because I got surrounded. Everybody just surged to the front. Like, just got, it like was like a total stampede. I don't know what to call it. And I lifted up, and I didn't touch the floor, and I found myself in the back. Like, I literally ended up in the back because they were squeezing me out. And I was just like a 13-year-old kid ending up in the back.
Wow.
Total pandemonium.
Now imagine me, like, short, when it's like Tishrei and 770. I was just like, trying to breathe, like the whole entire davening. I'm just like with the siddur like this. I can't, like, I'm trying to like, but that's actually very cool. Wow.
It was a cool story. Yeah,
It's very special.
I want to tell you something. I had no idea who the Rebbe was. I had no idea.
Right.
I knew the Lubavitcher Rebbe. It was a tzaddik. I didn't go up Chabad,
Right.
so it was like, I thought everybody just overreacted. That was my experience. I'm like,
Okay. Yeah.
he just moved his hand.
Right,
He wasn't really so excited about it. I had no context at all. But I've never experienced anything like that in like the rest of my life. Like, I've been in crazy concerts and crazy things happening. Nothing was like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like no.
Right now, I know. Yeah.
It was like there was a tremendous amount of love in that room. Whatever.
Sure.
So that's my story of.
That's an amazing story.
I wouldn't say I met the Rebbe.
Well, I'm
Although we
sure-
found my wife, the pictures of her meeting the Rebbe, she got the dollars and stuff.
Oh wow. Yeah,
They
you
were
did that, like,
they were more open minded. We were yeshiva's family, you know. We didn't get dollars. All right, my man. Thank
Wow.
you for coming on my podcast.
course,
It was
man.
really awesome meeting
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for this day that I've been given. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this chance. Thank you for this chance to live anew.